fans showed up, and there's kind of a good atmosphere from the start. How does that make you kind of feel that they showed up?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I think that, in our league so far, the home teams are winning the games, and a big part of that is because there is a true home court advantage. And we had one of those Saturday afternoon. We had a home court advantage. Our guys fed off of the crowd. And that's the way it should be. And I had a lot of people text me, talk to me after the game, how much fun they had. And so I told them, hey, come back. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep doing this. Like, it is not like something we just say. Like, the crowd is truly a part of the game. It helped that the students, were back in full force, and they showed up as well, and I'm grateful to the students. But they need to keep coming. They need to come, even when we don't have free food for them. They need to come back, and so I'm grateful though that they did show up. That they didn't just show up and sit there. They showed up and they cheered. They were into the game, and our guys fed off that. Our guys were talking about it yesterday, and that's the first time I've heard our players talk about our home crowd. And so that's how I know it made an impact.
And then it seemed like that vintage, tough Abilene Christian defense finally showed up again. How good does that feel that you were kind of able to show that and kind of get back to your ways? Yeah,
extremely pleased. I think that's ACU basketball, right? And it's always been there. We've been teetering on it, like just right there. And I think it helped. I mean, we had some bodies out. We still have some bodies out. The flu is hitting us pretty hard right now. But I think some of that next man up mentality has helped us a little bit. Some guys that maybe weren't getting minutes are coming in, and they have to show what they can do. And sometimes when your back's against the wall, good things can either quit and shut down, or you excel. And guys step up. And what happened this weekend, even with the loss on Thursday, I think our guys stepped up and answered the bell. And so just extremely happy with how we played, the style we played, and with the crowd. And we're going to work really hard this week to make sure we continue that.
And there's only one lead change in the game. You guys kind of seem to get ahead and just kind of stay there. How important was that you guys got off to that hot start and just kind of kept rolling?
Yeah, that's where the crowd comes in. I really believe that. I think that, we did. I made a choice to do something at the very beginning of the game, and I knew that there was a chance that they might hit a three if I did it. But I was willing to sacrifice that for the energy that it might bring. We went really aggressive on the first play of the game defensively. To their credit, they found the open man, he hit the three. But I didn't worry about it. I told the guys that might happen. But I think it created this aggressive, mindset. We came down, we tied it up with a three. We took the lead, and then it wasn't like we ever just ran away with the game. It was a game. We held the lead. Anytime we needed a stop, anytime we needed a basket, the crowd was behind us, and that helped us. You know what I mean? And when we were coming to timeouts, people were cheering as we were coming. Like, we haven't had that all year. And I'm just grateful for it, and I think that was a big part of it. But proud of our guys, because I think that might be the first game outside of the one non-Division I we played where we led basically start to finish outside of the first 30 seconds.
And I mean, Arion, double himself. I know he's been kind of stepping up recently. You talked about it last week. He hasn't had to, but now he has been. How good is it to see that he's kind of taking that role again? Yeah,
I was pretty hard on Arion all week. We need him to be that fifth-year senior. We need him to step up. And he doesn't have to get a double-double, but he has to be a leader with how he plays, with his style of play. He can't be the guy that's getting a technical, with 8 minutes left in the game, like what happened at Tarleton. He's got to control his emotions. And I thought there were moments on Saturday where I could have seen that, where he was teetering the line. Like, Arion's really good when he teeters the line. Like, I want him to be right there. I don't want him to be this nice, cozy, gentleman when he's on the court. But he can't cross over that line. And I saw it a couple times, and I witnessed him kind of get himself in check, and I talked to him yesterday about that. Hey, look, you can do it, man. You know what I mean? You don't have to cross over and do something silly that hurts the team. He helped the team because he was teetering that line all game, because he was playing with confidence. And I think that confidence spread, throughout our team. We talk about, Rex, which is when we make a mistake and they're coming at us in transition, we scream Rex. There's a story behind it that I've gone into in the past. But and I don't think we've been very good at that this year. And we were awesome at it the other day. Twice, Arion turned the ball over himself and made the play at the other end. And that's what Rex is all about, playing like your life depends on it, when you make a mistake. And so I saw us the other day. But it can't just be something that happened one day. It has to be something that we continue to build on from this day, moving forward.
And now you got Utah Tech coming in again. Talk about that team and what the challenges are of beating them and staying kind of hot in the WAC play.
They're really good. This is the best Utah Tech team that I've seen, and I think they've been good in the past. They're really good inside. They have some really good guards. They have some kids from Texas. I'm sure they're going to bring a couple fans with them here to the game. But we've got to understand that every single team in this league is just as good as we are, that we're all the same. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. That's why home court advantages are so important, because we're all pretty even and equal. And so we've got to bring the same energy and the same mindset that we did to the second half of the Tarleton game and the whole game versus UTA if we want to be successful against Utah Tech. I think he's a heck of a coach, one of the better coaches that I've been around. I really believe that. He does a lot with what he has. And they're going to come in here, man, and they're chomping at the bit. They've been like us. They've been down a few players, and so they've kind of had a stroke of bad luck. But they're learning how to play without those guys now, and they're getting better and better every single game. And we're going to have to be ready to go if we want to be successful Thursday.
Coach, you mentioned the championship-style plays that happened over the weekend. What was the difference besides that you noticed in the first meeting against UTA and this one over the weekend?
Energy, enthusiasm, spirit. You know what I mean? Like, I use the word spirit with our team all the time. We talk about warrior spirit, and we attach a biblical sense to it as well. But just that spirit, man. Like, I thought when we went to UTA the first time, we didn't have it. And I don't know why. We were coming off of a huge weekend in the Virgin Islands where we had a lot of success. And I think maybe we got comfortable the first time we played them. And they're a really good basketball team. I mean, they were a top 4 team coming in here the other night. And so I thought that we showed up and we played with spirit, man. Make mistakes. We made just as many mistakes on Saturday that we made on Thursday. But we did it with a different kind of spirit, and we never were down. Every timeout was positive. The guys were encouraging one another. You saw us picking each other up off the floor. You saw our huddles were tight. That stuff matters. And I think that was what was starting to kind of, go away. And I think we brought that back this weekend. And in the Tarleton game, even though we lost that game, I saw it. I felt good, man, about Saturday driving home from Tarleton on Thursday. As weird as that sounds. I was upset about the loss. I thought it was a game we could have gotten. I thought we got out-toughed. But I felt good because of the way we played in that second half that we could come out and we could be successful on Saturday.
And then on this Saturday, after the Utah Tech game, you finish your Utah tour with Southern Utah. You already talked about the opponents on Thursday. What about the guys on Saturday?
Man, they're good too. I think they've got some really good players. They're a team just like us. They've had a tough schedule, man, and they're in every single game. And I don't want people to look at records, because they've been just like us. They've been playing on the road. Both these teams have been. And Utah Tech's had a couple more home games than us in Southern Utah, but I mean, and it's tough, man, to go on the road in this league and win. And so they're really good. Southern Utah is well coached. It's a new coach that came in this year, and I think they're starting to find their rhythm. They played really good this weekend, even though they came up short. And so, man, I'm just telling you, it's going to be, there's no night off in this league. There's nowhere where you say, okay, we can take a break this weekend, we know we'll get this one. That does not exist in the WAC. There is really good coaches, and there's really, really good players in this league. And I mean, this league has pros in it, man. This league has coaches that can coach anywhere in the country. I really believe that. And you've got to show up every single night, and you have got to protect home court. That's a major, major thing, and we have 2 opportunities to do that this weekend.
Thank you, Coach Tanner.
Appreciate you guys.